What's with all the fucking Naga? And also the shamans can pop down into those holes, it seems. Either that or one just... Like, we saw one tunnel up out of the ground there. Either that or that's all that was happening. They, like, just burrowed up and it just looked like... like some special thing. Probably that, yeah, actually. Looked like a skeleton on a bicycle for a moment there. Huh. Would be funny. Gotta stay in shape. Even if you're undead, you still need that cardio. Ah yes, tree ration. Yes. Very good for you. Oh, here's a random cave. Let's poke our head in here. No loot? Eh. Oh, Jasper's in here. Who's Jasper? Convict, sadist, and brute. Ow. Ow. Yeah, I just ran into a place where I'm way out. The enemies are a fair bit burlier than me. I'll take that. Thank you very fucking much. Okay, ye aren't. To be honest, I think I've been better off meleeing in some of those cases. Like, the spell is just bit weaker. Tarnished hand blunderbuss. No. Captive Rover? What? The Mars Rover? My god. Jasper. Please, stay your weapon, stranger. We're no outlaws. We were captured and put to work in the mine. I hope you're here to free us. You're slaves here. So it would seem nothing is worse to a rover than being confined. We're part of a rover band that set up camp in a secluded part of Whitemire, hoping to avoid trouble, but trouble found us anyway. They captured 4 of us, but young Larkin and 2 other men who are already here, who were here already, died from overwork. They just left their bodies down here with us. Rovers follow the path of peace, but I can't help thinking the world is a better place since you sent those outlaws to meet their judgment. I can get you to Devil's Crossing using a rift gate. A rift gate? Curious. Thank you for your kind offer, but we should return to our people out in the swamps. That is our path. Very well. We'll spread word of your deed. Should you ever find yourself in the company of the Rovers, you'll always find a place beside our fire. Take care. Also, I gained 250 reputation with the Rovers. Oh, they're a nice crowd. And I have this, which requires 107 physique, which I can get if I put a point in physique. Doesn't say if it's better, but yes, it is. It does 9 to 100 physical damage. And actually, sorry, I actually glanced completely over it. There's 56 damage per second, plus 56 damage per second. So yes, it is absolutely fantastic. And actually, just leveling up my class does give me tons of stats across the board, it seems. So it's quite nice. So 1 more level, and I can put 2 levels into this. I can do a sigil of consumption. Place an occult sigil on the ground that consumes the life force of enemies called within its power, returning a portion of the damage dealt as health to the occultist. Only lasts 6 seconds. Mightn't be too bad. Destruction. Imbues the sigil with destructive powers of chaos itself. You can also get a doom bolt. Which does seem cool. Should boost this up as well. Ember Claw, Hellfire. It's an aura damage. Oh, sorry, an aura thing. An aura of Hellfire surrounds the Hellhound, augmenting it with power from its natural realm and searing enemies that strike its flesh. This power extends to nearby allies. 1 active energy cost per second within a 15-meter radius. 4 chaos damage plus 10% fire damage, chaos damage, and burn damage, but 9 fire retaliation. You can also get Infernal Breath, which I presume is a cone attack. It's a 9-meter radius, 22 to 27 fire damage, 26 chaos damage, with a 54 burn damage over 3 seconds. Nice. Haha! Nice. Getting a right menagerie now. Okay. Convict, Brute, Lackey, Brute, Lackey. Oh, Christ! Not even bone remained. Just like 2 meat chunks. Oh, fuck yeah. Let's go loot this. So far, this game hasn't had the same capture that Path of Exile did. It does. But at the same time, Path of Exile didn't have that for quite a while. So, we'll have to wait and see. Got ourselves a bunch of them idiot rovers wandering in our hideout the other night. They were unarmed as they often are. Of course, they tried to run when we jumped them, but little good that did them. Now that we have ourselves a few slaves digging in the mine. We can't eat coal though, and our food supplies are starting to run out. The Rover barely had a few scraps between them. With the Burbwitch Bridge destroyed, we're stuck in this swamp. Beginning to wonder if perhaps we made a mistake by not following Cronley's gang to the west. May not be much pickings in the wilderness on that side of the Devil's Crossing, but at least they had numbers. Could probably hunt down a decent-sized boar between the lot of them. Out here, we got nothing but silt and the dead. And I take it you can't eat the silt. And we've doubled back around. Should it pass hard back? No. Let's keep going. Some monsters drop equipment unique to them, known as Monster Infrequents. Interesting name. It did kind of look like the Brute dropped, the Brute was the one who dropped the mace, and it was the same mace it was wielding, which is cool. Smacky smacky. This game will get fun when we get the like be able to get procs on abilities and whatnot. You know, like start actually building the character in cool ways. But we won't be able to deal with that just yet. So yeah, probably start working on that kind of thing once I hit level. Grab it. It's an epic one-handed mace. Looks like I'll be going back to using shields. Also, epics in this are blue, light blue. Looks like I'll be going back to using a shield. Requires me to be level 14 and have 125 physique. It does higher damage than what I currently do with this two-handed thing. Its base damage is 33 to 51. It does also a bonus 3 to 10 physical damage with a 10% chance of 130 internal trauma over 5 seconds. It does 23% physical damage, plus 23% physical damage, plus 23 internal trauma damage. And plus 1 to cadence, which goes completely over my head. To be honest, I don't think it's one of the abilities I have. I know it doesn't kind of look like the kind of naming thing that they would have here. You know, it's all blood and aspects and storm spirit. You know, it's not cadence. Bonds of Bisamel. Strengthen the bonds of control with your minions, causing them to fight with greater vigor and determination. Subtle manipulation of the bonds of control beguiles minions into feeling overwhelming devotion towards you, causing them to fight with fanatical strength and speed. It annoyingly reserves energy, but is useful, certainly. let's keep going. Wish the Raven would stay a bit closer. The Rift Gate is releasing materials. Rotting Ember Guard. Ooh, nice. I should actually Flesh Warp to Trasher. I would love to use sorry. What I'm trying to say is I should use the you know, upgrade stuff like the gems and whatnot. Just loot it. Thank you. Flesh Warp Butcher. Eey. Sounds friendly. Okay. Beyond flinging out a few eyeballs, not really much I can do right now. The eyeballs aren't a powerful move, or aren't a good move. I'll take that. It's nowhere near anyway good. I'll grab that. I'll grab that. Grab that. Okay. And now I'll toss this on. While I will lose a few stats there, that's not a big deal. And now I just need to level up my physique a bit more. I have that for when I switch to the one-handed weapon. If I get a better shield in the meantime, then all's well, but we'll wait and see. Okay, they have also giant metal pipes. Alright. It's just like, you know, the reason I'm acknowledging this stuff is I'm curious, like, the level of fantasy they are. Like, well, like, what kind of fantasy is it? Well, we've got flintlocks here, yeah. Well, we've guns here, blunderbusses and whatnot, but do they have indoor plumbing? Or at least had. It's just a curiosity sort of thing. Also, now they're beating each other up, Rift Spawn and the other things. But the Rift Spawn are kind of seemingly at a disadvantage. Then we just strut in and beat the shit out of them in either case. So if we were to complete components, well, it seems a few things got fused together, so now they're even better. I'm a little hesitant in using them, in case it's like something, you know, I don't use it in the best way. I'm also tempted in holding off on using this. I thought that did higher damage a moment ago. Nah. I'm tempted in holding off on using these for this. So, we'll wait a bit. Let's have a quick stroll around here, shall we? Deep Mire Warriors. And there's a Shaman. Just smacky. And here's a crate. Because we, who would open a crate? Like, my god, man. I'll just break it. The crate companies here love my character. They just like make money off us, like just like mad. I'm just imagining they open their cupboard by just like ripping the hinges off and just destroying it. So like Akio loves their character because they don't know how to open things without breaking them. Ooh, yes. Also, here's a necklace. Carved by South Shamans for only they know what. It's a quest item. Don't have the quest yet though. Thinking I should head back to town and turn in the quests. Because the main quest is probably sending us here anyway. Okay, let's say hi to Barnabas and give him his 5 scrap.
Did you get the scrap?
Will this suffice?
Perfect. I'll get the wind pump up and running in no time. Devil's Crossing will have safe drinking water again, and it's all thanks to you. First class is on me.
Glad I could help.
Well, the good news is I got the water pumping again. The only problem is it smells like a sewer. I mean, about a tenfold worse. I haven't smelled something this rotten since.
And the water's green over there. Also, 30 iron and 350. Since what?
Since I cleared out a den of slith ages ago. They're loathsome reptiles, make their homes in swamps and dank caves. They secrete a nasty poison into the water that makes it drinkable for them, but nearly always fatal to us. I bet good iron there's a nest in that cave that fuels our pump. I'm too old for all this spelunking, so I need you to go down there and kill it.
And we're still only tolerated. Actually, yeah, this hasn't given us any rep. Huh. Get them drinking water and they still don't really care too much either way about me. Well, then again, the water is kind of poisoned. How do I get into the cave?
This key will open the cellar in the shack behind me, right by that accursed rift gate. It connects to the bowels of the prison, which should lead you to the cave. Find the Slith matriarch that's likely polluting our water supply, and the poison should clear out on its own. You do this, and all the Devil's Crossing will be honoring your name with every glass.
I'll take care of the silt. And now let us do a thing. I might use that sigil later on, but for now, I want to buff up my minions. Then again, part of me feels like I should buff up the, this. Like, buff up my abilities. Ooh, this makes it generate additional threat. It's also an arc. Nice. Oh, excuse me. Part of me is honestly tempted in just pumping a few more levels into it. But I think I want to level these up a bit further. I'll get them both up to level 4. And you can only have one active at a time. Part of me is hoping you can get 2 active when you've fully maxed them out, but I doubt that will change. It's disappointing. Kind of like having a little army going around with me when I'm playing, you know, like, remember back in Path of Exile, like 6 zombies, an armor, a chaos golem, all this going around with me. It was awesome. Hopefully we get something like that as we go on. Relic items are special things, items that can only be created by skilled blacksmith. Good to know. Convict's Tunnel. Also, door manufacturers, they love them. Doesn't know how to use a door. Okay, interesting critters. A scavenger. And some bone-back gnashers. Oh, bristly fur. Take patch of fur from a non-natural beast. 30 health, 7 plus 7 constitution. Nice. Convict's Tunnel, and now we're into the prison dungeons. I take it any other route into the prison is probably sealed off. Burning Dead and Corruption. Who wants to bet we run into the warden? Hope that's just normal wall, not like some weird fleshy shite. And in here? No. Let's go down. There's a retro on the ground over there. Smack it around. Ooh, also giant spider. Because of course. Down's getting smacked around. The hound is getting smacked around a bit, but it's taking it like a champ. The Burning Dead also explode upon death. Because of course they do. There's a lot of enemies here. Wonder what the hell a corruption is. Also, the spiders are trying to attack the dead, I think. So that's something. I do like the mob infighting. That's something this game does have over Path of Exile. The mob infighting is pittance. Well, it's not pittance. It's a very small little thing. It's, you know, it's It's always like a small group event, like one or two enemies being